Hey guys, coming at you from my kitchen today. I thought this would be the most appropriate place to talk to you about your math this week. So this week we're studying capacity. What does that mean, capacity? I think you saw a video on it yesterday, maybe a little activity yesterday. What is capacity? Any ideas? Well, capacity, let's start a little chart here for you, okay? Capacity is how much liquid a container can hold, okay? So say that with me. Capacity is how much liquid a container can hold, okay? You studied solids, liquids, and gases in science when we were still in school, right? You did it second grade, you did it in third grade, so you know what a liquid is. All right, so let me ask you a question. I've got two bowls here. Got this one, got this one. My question is, which one will hold the most liquid? The red one or the white one? How are we gonna figure that out? You see them side by side. This one kind of curves in a little bit. This one's nice and round. Looking into the tops of them, pretty similar in size. You think they hold the same amount, or does one hold more than the other? How are we going to figure that out? Let's take a minute and think about that. So I got a couple tools here. Let's see what tools might help me. I have this guy. What's that? Measuring cup. And then I also have this measuring tool. We used these last week, right, with Miss Brown. She talked to us about how to use this thing. So if I want to know which one of these bowls holds the most liquid, should I measure using my ruler, or should I measure using my measuring cup? Take a minute and think about that. Well, if we're measuring capacity, we're measuring liquid. We're not going to measure liquid with a ruler. We're not going to measure liquid with a yardstick or any of those other tools that you talked about. Yardsticks, measuring tape, any of that stuff, okay? You're gonna use that to measure the length, the height, the width of things, okay? That's not what we're doing today. So I'm gonna put my ruler over here. We don't need that today, okay? What we're gonna need today is our measuring cup. How would I determine which one of these bowls hold the most liquid? Well, I would have to actually measure. I would come over here to my sink. Got my sink right over here, okay? And I would literally measure out. I would turn my faucet off when I got to the line that says 1 cup, and I would take the time to pour 1 cup at a time maybe into each of these bowls to figure out which one really held more. And so if this one held, say, 10 cups and this one held 12 cups, then we would know for certain which one held the most liquid, okay? We would be able to measure that. Not gonna do that. That's gonna take me a while because these two bowls are kind of big. They're my popcorn bowls. Not gonna measure them today. Okay. So, what if I told you to measure the bowls at your house, or I asked you to, maybe we were at school and I said, hey, we're gonna do a science experiment today and I need 1 cup of water. How do you know what 1 cup of water is? Yeah. I just showed you with my measuring cup, right? Can you see that? I'm a little wobbly here, okay? I have the water. It's probably hard to see on this video, but I stopped the water right there where it says 1 cup. So I know that this is 1 cup of water, right? Let me put this cup beside these other cups here. Let me show them to you. These are some of my favorite cups. You guys have seen most of these before, right? That's the one I usually drink my water out of. This is my coffee cup Miss Holes gave me. My Science Olympiad cup. This is a cup I use to measure out how much food I'm giving to Peaches, so I like scoop it out and put it in Peaches' cage. Okay, and then I've got this one that I use in my kitchen all the time when I'm cooking. So, which one's really a cup? Because that could be a cup, that could be a cup, that could be a cup. What in the world do I do? I wonder if I took this cup, let me fill this cup up with water. It's gonna be just a minute. This is a pretty big cup, right? You guys saw them lined up beside each other. It was taller than all the other cups. Oh, we're still going. That's why I like this cup. Why you always saw me carrying it around. It's got a lot, I can put a lot of water in it and not have to refill it. Okay, here we go. So if I take this cup, and maybe I told you we were going to do a science experiment, so go get my Science Olympiad cup, and I need 1 cup of water. Watch what happens. 1 cup of this versus 1 cup of this. Can I pour all this in here? What's going to happen? Watch. Oh, what happened? It all overflowed, right? Okay, same thing here. If I take this cup, I'm pretty sure this amount will fit here pretty easily. Oh yeah, pretty easy. I don't know if you can see in there, but I still have room for more water. But watch this cup. Oh man, we got us a mess again, don't we? Okay, that's why it's important to have a standard unit of measure. A standard unit of measurement. So if somebody had a recipe, maybe they were cooking, maybe they're doing a science experiment, and they said 1 cup of water, my 1 cup is going to be the same as your 1 cup, it's going to be the same as your mama's 1 cup, it's going to be the same as your grandmama's 1 cup, okay? We're all going to understand that 1 cup is the actual same amount. It's actually 8 ounces, okay? So this cup here will not hold 8 ounces. This cup holds way more than 8 ounces, okay? Now, the measuring cup I showed you, it's not the only type of measuring cup that we can find that holds 1 cup of water. Let me show you another one I've got. I have these little nesting bowls. This one says 1/4 of a cup. And this one says 1/2 of a cup. And this one says, oh, this one says 1 cup. So watch this. When I take my 1 cup here and pour it into here, it should be exactly the right amount. Look at there. I had nothing to spill because this 1 cup is the same as this 1 cup. How do I know that? Pour it back in there. Down in the bottom of this bowl, and I know you can't see it there. Maybe you can. It says 1 cup. There's extra ridge in here. That's actually a different measurement there. I can do a 1/2 cup by filling to the ridge, but if I fill it all the way to the edge of the bowl, then I have 1 cup. Take a look at this one. You see the measurements on that? Hold on, let me stick this in here and see if that helps you read it. Okay, right over here it says 1 cup. Now this is a bigger container, and I can actually measure up to, can you see that? 2 cups in this one, okay? But if I take that same amount here, that was my 1 cup, pour it into this one, and I look there, you can see that it comes up to 1 cup, okay? So even though there are different size measuring tools, where it's labeled 1 cup is 1 cup. 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, okay? So that's important, again, when we're doing those science experiments in class, when we're cooking. Take a look at one of Riley's cookbooks here. She's got a kid's cookbook. And if I were to make, she and I were to make some quick chicken and dumplings, it says here, see if you can see that, I'm not sure. It says that she needs 4 cups of water. She's gonna need 3 cups of chicken. So if I made this recipe and I thought it was delicious, and I called my mama and I was like, oh man, this was the best recipe ever, you need to try it. And she says, how do I make it? Well, I'm gonna give her this recipe and I'm gonna say, well, first you need 4 cups of water. Then you need 3 cups of chopped chicken. And then I'm gonna go right on down the list. And so then she's gonna be able to make it exactly the same way that I made it, okay? So we want our measurements to be the same. We need those standard units of measurement, because if I cooked with 4 cups like this, I put 4 cups of water in like this, but my mama cooked with 4 cups of water like that, I think she's gonna have some burnt chicken. She's not gonna have enough water in there, okay? We're doing a science experiment. Our science experiment just might not turn out exactly right, okay? So then I have other measuring tools here. Take a look at this bowl. This is the one I showed you first. This one holds 2 cups. You see the difference in size. Take a look at this one. Whoa, that's a lot bigger, isn't it? And actually, this one's gonna be really hard. Just let me put my napkin back in here. I don't know if you can read it, probably not, it's a little hard, but on this one, I can measure 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups and up to 4 cups in this bowl. Okay, so just depends on how much I need. Instead of just 4 cups, 1, fill it up, 2, fill it up, 3. I could do all 4 cups right here in this one bowl to measure them out. Okay, a little more convenient. And then, even bigger than that one, this is for my blender when I make my fruit smoothies. Trying to be healthy here. Look, it's even bigger than this one that holds 4 cups, okay? So it just depends on what you're making, how much you need of something for your recipe, your science experiments, whatever you might be doing, so we can have that standard unit of measurement. Okay, we'll know exactly how much we're talking about. So let's take a look again at our chart here. Okay, so again, the capacity is how much liquid a container can hold. Okay, what we talked about today was a cup. Okay, but a cup measurement is not the only type of measurement we can have. Okay, you can also measure things in pints. Okay, so let's go back to the cup. The cup, here you see a carton of milk. It's like our small containers of milk at school. That's about a cup of milk. Okay, I have a cup of coffee. You guys see me with my cup of coffee every day, every morning at the door. Miss Lander's standing there with her cup of coffee, okay? I drink 1 cup of coffee each morning, okay? Then we have another measurement here. We can measure things in pints. Pints are a little bigger than a cup, and I'll help you understand that in a minute. Okay, so this is if I had like a nice tall drinking glass, okay? Maybe like that pink glass I showed you earlier that I like to drink my water out of. That might be more like a pint of water versus a cup of water. Okay. Then we also have quart measurements. Think about your sports drinks. Those of you who play sports, even if you don't like sports, you just like the Gatorades, Powerades, things like that. Those bottles are a little bigger than a water bottle, so that's going to be more like your quart size measurement. And then an even bigger measurement would be gallon size. So this is like your big containers of milk you get at the grocery store. Not the milk you get in the cafeteria. Those are small 1-cup containers. I'm talking about those big containers of milk you get at the grocery store. You might get orange juice or tea even sometimes comes in those gallon-sized jugs, okay? So these are the types of measurements that are standard. Everybody understands, I say everybody, those who have learned it understand, those adults out there, when you ask them to go buy you a gallon of milk at the grocery store, they know you're talking about the big container, not that small container, okay? So one more chart I want to show you. So these are your units of capacity. So just so you understand that 1 pint, this cup, measuring cup I showed you, that holds 2 cups of water, 2 cups equals 1 pint. That was one of your standard units of measurement I showed you on the other chart, right? Okay. What if I have 4 cups? Well, if I have 2 cups is 1 pint, 4 cups is going to give me 2 pints. And guess what? Those 4 cups is equal to 1 quart. That's that bigger measuring container I showed you. 4 cups, so this is actually a quart. A pint, a quart, a cup. Okay, 2 of these go in here, 4 of these go in this one. Wow, is it confusing yet? Yeah, so that way, if I needed those 4 cups, instead of, like I said, measuring 1, 2, 3, 4 cups, I could tell my mom, you need a quart of water. And she'll know, oh, that's, if she doesn't have a quart measuring bowl, then she can do 4 cups. Okay, depending on what she has, she's going to get the same amount of water. Let's look one more down here. That gallon, how much is a gallon? It's going to be 16 cups or 8 pints or 4 quarts is going to get you to that 1 gallon, okay? So I just wanted you to see that while I could sit here and measure out 16 cups of milk, I could just do a gallon of milk and it would be the same thing, okay? So I'm going to post both of these charts for you guys to see today with your work to help you out with understanding your equivalent measurements and even just what your measurements are, okay? So go back to your learning calendar, see what your job is for today. If it gets confusing, you have questions, ask mom, ask dad, ask a family member. Hey, help me out with these measurements. I'm confused. Maybe they'll let you pull their measuring cups out of their kitchen if they have any and let you experiment a little bit with measuring out 1 cup versus 2 cups and so on. All right, guys, good luck on your work. Let me know if you have any questions.